Funny.
False alarm.
There she is. There you go.
Okay, good evening and welcome to the Wednesday, June 15th, 2022 Penfield Town Board Legislative Meeting. Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. May I have the town clerk please call the roll?
Cinti.
Here.
Drawe.
Here.
Kohl.
Here.
Lee is absent. Ockenden.
Here.
Thank you so much. We have a number of communications and announcements to make this evening, including some very special presentations. So we're going to start right with those proclamations, those special proclamations, and we'll start with Linda, Councilperson Kohl, giving a proclamation for Kathy Knauer.
So how would you like me to do this? Should I read it from here or should I?
I think you should read it from here on the microphone, but if Kathy could come up just to the...
Yeah, come sit at the
table, that would be great.
table there. We used to have the podium there. Now it's our little table.
Now we can see you.
So thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
I shall read the proclamation for you as Independence Day Parade Marshal, July 2nd, 2022, is Kathy Knauer. Whereas Kathy Knauer is a treasured member of the Penfield community, and whereas Kathy has called the town of Penfield home since 1986, whereas she has worked in the Penfield Public Library History Room for 27 years, including serving as town historian since 2005, and whereas she has given years of selfless service to the Penfield community to educate residents and visitors about the town's storied history, and whereas the impact and accomplishments of Kathy are many, highlighted by acquiring the writings of Calvin Worcester Owen, a resident of Penfield throughout most of the 19th century, who created the detailed written history of life at the time, and whereas Kathy is retiring from her role in the History Room, leaving behind a legacy of love for sharing Penfield's history with residents and visitors alike, and whereas in retirement, she will now have more time to devote to her hobbies, including spending time with her granddaughter, needlework, genealogy, making porcelain dolls, gardening, hiking, and traveling. And now be it resolved that Kathy's contributions to our community and appreciation for its history make her the ideal citizen to recognize and celebrate the birthday of the United States of America. And be it further resolved that the town board, with great appreciation, bestows the honor of 2022 Independence Day Parade Marshal to Kathy Knauer. This is dated June 15th, 2022. It's signed by our town supervisor, Marie Cinti. I shall get down and give this. Congratulations. It's so great to be with you in the parade this year.
Thank you, Linda. It's an honor. We just have to hope for good weather.
That's right.
You definitely deserve it. Enjoy working with you.
Thank you very much, and you'll be hearing more about the Independence Day Parade and Day at the Park at our communication and announcements further on. And then our next presentation is to honor a very special group of young women, and Councilperson Drawe would like to honor a few Girl Scouts getting their silver award. Would you please come to the front, to the dais, to the table?
Thank you, Supervisor Cinti. So these four amazing women. You want to sit at each of those chairs, and then you'll all be on TV. So as Supervisor Cinti said, the certificate I'm going to give to each of you tonight is in recognition of your Girl Scout Silver Award, which I know is a pretty big feat for you guys to have done. So it's a national honor awarded in Girl Scouting as a result of numerous hours of work devoted to a community leadership projects with the Pet Pride of New York. So your hard work and dedication is a shining example to those around you. The certificate is awarded in your honor of your hard work and your dedication in achieving this Girl Scout Silver Award. And it's signed tonight by Supervisor Marie Cinti, Debbie Drawe, myself, Linda Kohl, Candace Lee, and Bob Ockenden. So we're so pleased to be able to give these to you. And I will read your names: Anna Elise T. Garden, Nina Marie Mayer, Madeline Leahy, and Erica Umanye. And and also tonight, Skylar Fredley could not be here. So, but you four, I'm very pleased to be able to give you your awards, and thank you.
Before you step away, can you just, could you tell us what your project was specifically for the community?
Sure.
Just sit right at the,
So our project was to work with like a local cat shelter, and we worked to make toys and make the cats feel more at home. We made blankets.
Nice.
You
Nice.
guys want to share what else we did?
I feel like, oh, we also did like a cat drive. We went through like our neighborhoods and we got supplies from people.
Oh, nice.
that's great.
Nice.
As a supervisor, is a cat person. You can't know, so she probably could appreciate your project, so.
Nice.
Definitely. Thank
Thank you
you.
all.
It's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And our final proclamation for the evening is to a very special person. I'm going to ask Mr. Bob Ferguson to come to the table, and we would like to read a very special proclamation for his 100th birthday celebration. If you'd like to just have a seat.
Any old chair.
Any chair. And it reads, whereas Mr. Bob Ferguson, longtime Penfield resident, is celebrating the incredible milestone of his 100th birthday, and whereas Bob built his home in Penfield with the help of his father in 1953 and happily resided there with his wife of over 60 years, Margot, and whereas he proudly served our country during World War II, and whereas he continues to enjoy retirement after spending 42 years working for the Consolidated Machine and Tool, and whereas his hobbies are plentiful, including being a charter member of the Thunderbird Club as the proud owner of 3 classic Thunderbirds, and whereas Bob remains active through Men's Club at his church and mowing lawns, and he never misses the opportunity to attend a neighborhood party to show off his legendary dance moves. And now be it resolved, Bob is an exceptional neighbor and friend to many, always willing to lend a helping hand. And be it further resolved, the Penfield Town Board proudly joins with the entire Penfield community to wish Bob a very happy 100th birthday.
All right.
Can we see some of those dance moves?
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Very welcome. If you'd like to say anything, you're more than welcome.
Well, I'd like to thank all my great neighbors for showing up. Most of them showed up here tonight, too.
Nice.
And I think I've got the best street in Penfield.
Yeah.
For neighborliness, friendliness, and everything.
Excellent.
We got a good group, and it's been a great ride. And it's been a great week, too.
So you have to tell everyone what street you're on that has this great neighborhood.
I got hearing aids on, so
I'm sorry, what street do you live on?
15 Austin Drive,
Okay.
in the Burroughs track.
Yes.
That's nice
I
over
bought
there.
the first lot from Ray and Alta Burroughs.
Oh, wow.
And that they sold on that track. Then the Roster Realty come along and they took over the sale of the lots. They came to me and said, I want them commission off of that lot. And I said, no way. I brought it right from Ray Burroughs and Alta Burroughs down to right in their house, and I signed the contract.
Oh, good. Wow.
But I love living in Penfield. It's a great town. Of course, my brother married one of the Welkleys, Joan Welkley.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
So,
I'm married into the Welkley family
and
myself.
Joan Welkley was at my house Saturday. Her grandsons brought her in from Batavia to the nursing home, and she
Nice.
spent the whole afternoon with us. So it was more of like a Fergus reunion as well as a birthday party with all the neighbors.
That's great.
It worked out wonderful.
What I want to know is, did you blow out 100 candles?
No, I just blew out one. But I've blown out candles on, let's see, that's 4 cakes now.
Well, we feel bad. We should have had a cake here for you. I'm very sorry.
Thank you very much for this proclamation, and I really appreciate it.
And thank you very much for your
Keep
service
up the
to our
good work,
country.
because I'm going to be around a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Very good.
Mr. Ferguson, thank you very much also for your service to our country, and we wish you the happiest of birthdays. Okay, moving on to more communication and announcements. Does the town clerk have anything?
Not tonight, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Ockenden?
Thank you. I do have one announcement tonight. It's the Town of Penfield Independence Day celebration.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. You're welcome to stay if you'd
I
like.
think they want to go back to
No?
their party.
Oh, they're going to go back to, okay.
They love their neighborhood.
Take care.
Night, guys.
Thank you.
Pleasure was ours. Okay, so let me get through this one. Town of Penfield Independence Day celebration is set for July 2nd. The town will be hosting its annual Independence Day celebration. Festivities will begin with a morning parade, followed by an evening of entertainment with food vendors and music at Harris Wayland Park, capped off by a fireworks show. The parade will begin at 10 a.m. at the Penfield High School. The parade will take the route of 5 Mile Line Road south to the Four Corners, then east on 441 to Baird Road, then north on Baird Road, ending at the Penfield Community Center at 1985 Baird Road. Please note the roads will close at 9:45 a.m. and parking restrictions will be in place. This year, the parade will feature community groups and organizations and the music of the Penfield Fire Company Band, Gates Keystone Club, Police Pipes and Drums, Towpath Volunteers, Fife and Drum Corps, Primetime Brass, Fiddlers of the Genesee, and many more. Longtime Penfield Town historian Kathy Knauer will serve as parade marshal. Don Alhart from 13 Wham TV and Terry Clifford from 92.5 WBEE will serve as parade MCs. And returning in 2022 after a 2-year hiatus is an evening festival-style event at Harris Wayland Park. The fun starts at 6 p.m. with food vendors and family-friendly activities, including live music from Bach to Rock groups and Tegan and the Tweeds. And of course, our fireworks show will be held at 10 p.m. They'll be launched from the top of Harris Wayland Park and will be visible from many neighborhoods and parking lots of businesses all around the park. General parking will not be allowed in Harris Wayland Park. Accessible parking and parking by permit only will be allowed inside the park. Parking will be available, of course, in various businesses, the lots that surround the park, and the park will be cleared immediately following the fireworks show. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Ockenden. Councilperson Drawe.
I just have one announcement tonight, or actually I'm going to review, I think it's going to come up. I was honored to be able to represent the supervisor at the Penfield Little League Parade and opening ceremonies, and that was on June 4th. I think there might be some here we go, some footage coming up of that. So I was, this year, there's over 1,500 little kids, boys and girls, in Little League and softball program here in Penfield. So you see all of them, all the teams were marching, and it was a wonderful, beautiful day. So I was, I couldn't believe how little some of these little guys are. It seems like my kids weren't never that little, but it was a beautiful day out there, and I was pleased to be able to represent the supervisor and the town board there. So thank you all for coming out. If anybody wants to know something to do on any of these beautiful nights here in Penfield, come over to that our complex behind the town hall here, and they're out there right now. The girls are playing on the softball fields, and the boys are over on the Little League field. So it's a great complex, world renowned too. We're happy to have that in Penfield. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for representing me when I was out of town. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
And Councilperson Kohl.
Okay, so I'm going to speak to the Penfield Charity Golf Tournament. It takes place this coming Monday. The town of Penfield and community partners, Kiwanis and Rotary, are all get together for the 30th annual Penfield Charity Golf Tournament. It'll be at Shadow Lake Golf Club Monday, June 20th. The day of fun begins with lunch at 10:30, followed by a shotgun start at 11:30. Dinner will occur at the conclusion of the tournament at 5:30. Tournament registration is still ongoing with sponsorship opportunities available as well. If you're not interested in golfing, you still take part in the event by purchasing a dinner ticket, event only. Jim Costello, our longtime and recently retired Town of Penfield Director of Development Services, will serve as the honorary chairman for the event. Proceeds for the event will be used to assist community organizations such as Galisanos Children's Hospital at Strong, Mary Cariola, Penfield High School's Don Mack Scholarship Fund, the Penfield Shepherd Home, the Bethany House, Villa Hope, Boy Scouts of America, Penfield Little League, and various other food pantries. For more information and to register, please visit penfieldparringtonkiwanis.org/golf/tournament or call 585-752-4540. Golfers must register by the 6th, but the sponsors can keep on going, and we're looking for people to golf. So if anybody's interested, please get in touch, and we'll find room for you at the golf course. Thank you.
Thank you. Did you also want to announce our summer concerts?
I could.
Yep. Thanks.
All righty. So, the summer concert schedule, we have the Penfield Amphitheater has summer music during the summertime. And we have, and it already started with Jumbo Shrimp the other night, right? Did you introduce that?
I did.
Very good. I mean, they're a Penfield group. They're from Penfield, which is awesome. So, Raquel and the Wildflowers, June 7th, right? And then Jumbo Shrimp, June 14th. Now, coming up is Mark Berger and Ride, June 21st, and Paulson and Baker, a kid-friendly group, on June 28th, 6:30. So those are the ones coming up in June. I think there are more coming up in July and August, but that's all that's listed here on the sheet so far. So you can go to the website, you can go to Penfield Recreation, you can look in your Penfield Recreation brochure that came in the mail. All that information is available.
Thank you very much. I just have a couple of announcements as well. The first is that the Town of Penfield did just finish adding parking adjacent to the Town Hall complex. Roughly 40 parking spaces have been added to the current lot, which serves as overflow parking during events. The lot is a crushed stone surface with entry and exit points from Columbus Crossing. And this new lot is open now, so I believe some of the softball parents have used it as well. And we have some B-roll footage from when this was being constructed.
The sidewalk came out beautiful, too. Yes.
Yep. It's great. Okay, the other project I would like to mention to you is that we do have the New York State Department of Transportation is completing a milling and road resurfacing project in the southwestern portion of Penfield. These are state roads. The work begins on Atlantic Avenue, and it goes from Route 250 to Qualtrough. So it's a pretty big area of Atlantic Avenue that's going to be milled and resurfaced. Please exercise caution when you're using the area. This work will last approximately 2 weeks. Obviously, everything is weather dependent, of course. And then if you do have any questions about this project, you can go to our website or you can go to the state DOT website, www.dot.ny.gov, and there would be information on the state DOT website as well. The final announcement I just want to make is that I am reappointing Councilperson Debbie Drawe as Deputy Supervisor for the remainder of the year. Her position as Deputy Supervisor ended June 30th, and so I am extending that until December 31st. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Supervisor.
All right, that concludes our announcements for the evening, and we have no public hearings this evening, so we'll move to our first round of public participation. If you would like to join in on today's meeting, you can, if you're not here in person, you can obviously call in 340-8771, or you can email us, or you can contact us through our website, www.penfield.org. And I believe we do have someone in the audience.
Yes, Naomi?
Naomi, if you'd like to just come up, take any seat you'd like, and just state your name and address for the record.
My name is Naomi Hitnock. I reside at 2105 5 Mile Line Road, Penfield, New York.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Naomi Hitnock. In January of 2020, I was 19, and in my last semester of college, I found myself with no place to go and was fortunate enough to have been made aware of an apartment in Penfield that I could afford. At this time, I was paying $650 for rent with water and trash included, no other utilities. Since then, my rent has gone up to $759 with new private landlords in the same utilities arrangement. I am anticipating that by next year, potentially, they will be arranging to charge me the average price of Penfield rent. From my experience of searching, I am finding that many apartments are over $1,000 for one bedrooms here in Penfield and surrounding areas. I reside on my own as a single woman with a steady income, and I'm employed at one of our local credit unions, and I am potentially facing homelessness if I am expected to pay the average rent. This is caused in part by Morgan Properties, whom have monopolized nearly all apartment complexes in Rochester. When searching for apartments, nearly every link you open leads you to the property's website. This is also caused by the very obvious increased cost of living, of course. Even with such a well-respected position in my company, my wages will not cover such an increase in rent and my other living expenses and utilities. I do not qualify for any government help. I do not expect any changes to occur due to me being at this meeting. I just wish to raise awareness that I and many others are facing this same situation. Penfield has been my family's home for many years and has become mine as well. I feel that I have no rights as a renter because nothing is going to stop this from happening to me, and I call on the town of Penfield to consider affordable housing opportunities for people like me. I know affordable housing comes with a stigma that brings negativity and crime, but I ask you to consider people such as myself. After reviewing the package passed by New York State in 2019, I believe that there may be something we can do in the town of Penfield to prevent such price gouging if you permit it. I thank you for your time and the opportunity for me to present my situation, raise awareness of this issue so that changes may be potentially implemented. Thank you.
Naomi, thank you very much for your comments. I appreciate it, and I understand the fact that with inflation and everything that there have been, things have kind of spiraled out of control in terms of cost. I understand that. I was hoping that actually you and I could continue the conversation. If you would contact me tomorrow in my office, and then we could set up a time to meet, I would really appreciate having a discussion.
Absolutely, and I thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Take care,
too.
Naomi.
Thank you for coming.
All right, I'm not seeing anyone on our website nor our call-in, so I think we'll move right to additions and deletions to the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions?
None.
Okay. And then our approval of minutes from May 18th, 2022.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from May 18th.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilperson Ockenden and a second from Councilperson Kohl. If there are no questions or comments, we can have a roll call vote.
Cinti?
Aye.
Drawe?
Aye.
Kohl?
Aye.
Ockenden?
Aye.
4 ayes.
May I ask the town attorney, the town clerk, or any of the town board members if there are any petitions received?
Nope.
Okay. Seeing none, we'll move right into resolutions by function.
Authorization for supervisor to sign a license and hold harmless agreement to allow a shed within storm sewer easement at 6 Hilltop Drive.
So moved.
Second.
So be it resolved that the town board of the town of Penfield hereby authorizes the supervisor to sign a license and hold harmless agreement with Robert Bartz and Samantha Pavone, owners of property at 6 Hilltop Drive, to permit a portion of a shed to encroach into the storm sewer easement to the town of Penfield located at 6 Hilltop Drive in a form and substance acceptable to the town attorney. And Madam Supervisor, we did discuss this at work session with our Director of Public Work, with Mark Valentine, our engineer, and it was all, he visited the property and he concurred that this was all in good order. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have a motion from Councilperson Drawe and a second from Councilperson Kohl. A roll call vote.
Cinti?
Aye.
Drawe?
Aye.
Kohl?
Aye.
Ockenden?
Aye.
4 ayes. Declaration of the intent to be lead agency regarding the development of a portion of the Shadow Lake property.
And so moved.
Second.
So whereas the town board is investigating the development of a portion of the municipal land formerly known as the Shadow Lake Golf Course. Whereas, as part of the State Environmental Quality Review Act process, The town board discussed the clarification of this action at its work session meeting on June 8th, 2022. Now therefore be resolved that the Penfield Town Board has classified this action as a type 1 and has declared its intent to be the lead agency for this environmental impact review. And be it further resolved that the town will follow the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation guidelines by sharing the said intent with all potential involved or interested agencies. And Madam Supervisor, I believe it should be the Shadow Pines. I'm sorry, the Shadow Pines Golf Course. So can we just
Yes.
So we can
correct that
change.
in the thing? Shadow Pines Golf Course. Thank you.
Shadow Lake in.
I know. I read that and
Not taking their land?
I apologize. Shadow Pines.
Yes.
Okay, and please note that the seeker process that Ms. Councilperson Drawe mentioned is just a required part of any project. So this is just a formality that we absolutely have to go through to make sure that we're in compliance with New York State guidelines. We have a motion from Councilperson Drawe and a second from Councilperson Ockenden. Are there any questions? Roll call vote.
Cinti.
Aye.
Drawe.
Aye.
Kohl.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
4 ayes. Final subdivision approval of property at 2146 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road. It is Burger King.
So moved.
Second.
So whereas an application has been received by the Penfield Town Board for the subdivision of property at 2146 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road, known as SBL 140.01-2-71. It's located in the business non-retail district and subject to incentive zoning pursuant to Chapter 250, 5.10-B3 and Chapter 255-3 of the Town Code. Whereas the Penfield Town Board designates itself as lead agency within the meaning of the State Environmental Quality Review Act, which is seeker, and whereas this subject application is determined to be an unlisted action pursuant to the seeker, and furthermore, the town board has determined that this proposal will not have a significant effect on the environment. Therefore, the submission of this draft environmental impact statement will not be required. And whereas the town board of the town of Penfield held a public hearing here at the Penfield Town Hall on May 18th, 2022, on the said date to consider this application and to hear all persons interested in the question of the subdivision of this property at 2146 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road. And whereas no comment regarding the proposed subdivision of this property was received either during or subsequent to the public hearing held on the said date. And therefore, be it resolved that the same is hereby approved and subject to the following conditions, and there are 6 conditions. I will read a couple of them. The applicant shall confer with the building department to establish a new street address for the newly created parcel located east of the Burger King parcel on Fairport 9 Mile Point Road. And that the proposed access easement addressing the shared cross-access and parking and mutual maintenance responsibilities, which will be executed by all parties and recorded at the Monroe County Clerk's office. The said agreement will be reviewed and approved by the town attorney prior to its execution. And be it further resolved that Section 276 of the town law states that the conditional approval of the final plot shall expire within 180 days after the date of the resolution, granting conditional approval unless such requirements have been certified as complete. And be it further resolved that the town board may extend the time in which a conditionally approved plat in final form must be submitted for signature if it's an opinion such as an intention is warranted by the particular circumstances in periods of 90-day increments. The board bases its findings and its decision to approve this application based on the following. The subdivision is consistent with the town's developmental priorities. The proposed subdivision is consistent with the previously approved site plan that included the development of a franchise restaurant with drive-through facilities and a freestanding professional building with related site improvements. And 3, the site shall be subject to a reciprocal easement and maintenance agreement to assure the access and shared parking facilities and maintenance responsibilities for the 2 parcels. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a motion by Councilperson Drawe and a second by Councilperson Kohl.
Cinti.
Aye.
Drawe.
Aye.
Kohl.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
4
Now, I hope there were
ayes.
no questions or comments, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Any
No,
questions?
there was- I think we vetted those all at work sessions, a number of work sessions.
Teasing.
Yeah.
Setting a public hearing to consider a local law to amend Chapter 94, Building and Construction of the Penfield Town Code.
So moved.
Second.
So whereas the Town Board of the Town of Penfield wishes to consider adopting a proposed local law number 2 of 2022, which will allow the Town of Penfield to amend Chapter 94 of the Penfield Town Code, Building and Construction, to conform with the New York State Department of State's Model Code. The Penfield Town Board is best suited to act as the lead agency within its meaning of this the State Environmental Quality Review Act, which is seeker, and thus does hereby designate itself as lead agency pursuant to seeker. Whereas the subject application is determined to be a Type 2 action pursuant to the State Environmental Quality Review Act, and therefore be it resolved that the Town Board shall hold a public hearing at the Penfield Town Hall on July 20th, 2022 at 7 p.m. on the said date to consider and the said proposal and to hear all persons interested on the question of the adoption of local law number 2 of 2022, which will amend the Chapter 94 of the Penfield Town Code to conform with the New York State's model law. A copy of the said law is hereby attached hereto and made a part hereof as Schedule A. And be it further resolved that the town clerk is hereby directed to publish and post a notice of the public hearing on the official signboard of the town in a manner prescribed by law. The first publication not to be less than 5 days and not to be more than 30 days before the date set for this public hearing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I have a motion by Councilperson Drawe and a second by Councilperson Ockenden. I do want to just mention that the changes to this local law will be posted on the website for people to review. It is basically just adopting what New York State is requiring us to adopt so that it matches it, but it will be on the website for anyone's review. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cinti.
Aye.
Drawe.
Aye.
Drawe.
Aye.
Oh, okay. Kohl.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
4 ayes. Setting a public hearing for state and local fiscal recovery funds proposed projects.
So moved.
Second.
So whereas the town board plans to desired public input on the proposed use of the state and local fiscal recovery funds received under the American Rescue Plan Act, which we refer to them as ARPA, for projects including improvements at Shadow Pines, upgrading the town's street lighting system, and improvements at the Four Corners Town Center. Therefore, be it resolved, a public hearing to receive comment on the proposed use of these ARPA funds will be held on Wednesday, July 20th at 7 p.m. at the Penfield Town Hall, and all persons wishing to be heard or given an opportunity will be given an opportunity at that time. Be it further resolved and ordered that the town clerk be and is hereby directed to publish and post a notice of the public hearing on the official signboard of the town in a manner prescribed by law. The first publication thereof not to be less than 5 days and not more than 30 days before the date set of this public hearing. And we have discussed many of these at our work sessions wish list, and we look forward to hearing people come out and if they have input on what they'd like, how they'd like to see these ARPA funds.
And also, I just want to mention that this PowerPoint that was given by Ms. Cherto will also be added to the website if it's not there already. Okay.
Great.
We have a motion by Councilperson Drawe and a second by Councilperson Kohl.
Cinti.
Aye.
Drawe.
Aye.
Kohl.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
4 ayes. Authorization to post temporary no parking signs.
So moved.
Second. I'm sorry.
Whereas it is the town of Penfield's responsibility to promote and maintain public safety on roads within the town of Penfield, and whereas pursuant to the New York State Vehicle and Traffic Law, Section 1660, the Penfield Town Board is granted the authority to authorize the establishment of traffic control devices on town highways within the town of Penfield. And whereas the town of Penfield wishes to keep the neighborhoods around the town's Independence Day celebration, parade route, and festivities at Harris Wayland Park accessible to emergency vehicles. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby authorizes and establishes that no parking will be established along both and or one side of all and or parts of the following streets for the duration of the town's Independence Day celebration, parade, and festivities at Harris Wayland Park. Baird Road north of Penfield Road, Peachtree Road, Hotchkiss Circle, Wheelock Road, Kenmont Drive, Henderson Drive, Avonmore Way, Hidden Meadow, Hillrise Drive, Lazy Trail, Valley Green Circle, Maple Hill Farm Road, Maple Leaf Circle, Timber Glen Trail, and Harris Wayland Park Road. And be it further resolved that the town board hereby authorizes and directs the Director of Public Works to post said temporary no parking signs along both and/or one side of said streets.
Thank you. We have a motion by Councilperson Ockenden and a second by Councilperson Drawe. Any questions? Okay.
Cinti.
Aye.
Drawe.
Aye.
Kohl.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
4 ayes.
I'd just like to remind the community that we are coming up on our second public participation portion of the evening. So if you would like to contact us at 340-8771 or through our website at penfield.org, you may do so. Is there any old business before the board? Any new business? Okay. I am not seeing anyone calling in or writing in via our website. There is no executive session scheduled for this evening, and our next meeting for the legislative portion will be July 6th, 2022, right here at the Town Hall at 7 p.m. And again, seeing no one calling in, I would declare this meeting adjourned at 7:38 p.m. Thank you all. Thank you, Greg, for your help, and thank you to PCTV downstairs.